When do you think it started, Fez?
Washington's 106.7 WJFK. Here starts Ron and Fez.
Okay, good. You're in for that, right?
Ron and Fez.
Broadcasting live. It's the Ron and Fez Show. And I'm your announcer, Mikey D. And now, let's introduce your hosts. The guys who know if Geraldo is saying, I think the Jews need me now, that's the last thing they want to hear from another guy with a mustache. Here they are. Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, radio's Oy Vey's. Ron! Fez! Ron and Fez! Hey!
I could have used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. I could have used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. Action.
Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez Show. I'm Ron, this Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
And it's Friday.
It is Friday. TGIF.
So that means that you'll hear the Tookie Tookie Bird, and we're going to be playing Monday. I got Friday on my mind, and all the great hits.
Sure. Take this job and shove it.
We all get together. We chant Friday, Friday, Friday.
We go auga.
Yeah, and then you give people the FUs. I don't know.
I think that's how it works.
I don't know how it all works, but...
Ooh, the Friday festivities.
Wow, that blew out my ears. I cannot ever get both channels to work properly.
That horn went in one ear, out the other, and into my fillings.
Oh, so you got it just as loud as I did?
Yes, it hurt. I now have a toothache from a sound effect. That shouldn't happen.
When you heard that horn that loud, that's how loud your voice normally sounds to me, Fez.
And just as squeaky?
Yeah.
Damn.
A little less squeaky. All right, it is... we're going to blow out a lot of tickets tonight since it's a Friday show, Fezzy.
Very nice. Plenty of things to give away, including tickets to the HF Festival that is coming up on Saturday, May 24th at RFK Stadium. Audioslave, Good Charlotte, Godsmack, all on the bill.
Nice stuff. Also tonight, Fez and I had a nice talk with the staff. And later tonight, Fez will rate the staff as he likes them.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
And, Fezzy, I don't want you to be funny. I want this to be from the heart.
Okay, will do.
And get even with Mikey D for me.
Mikey D's got some things coming his way.
You know, if I had to pick the... And because basically our staff is Fez's staff. I don't have a staff.
You should have some of my staff.
You're the you're the Godfather. I'm the Lone Ranger. And I don't get that.
Pick any of them you want.
I pick El Jefe.
You got him.
El Jefe is my guy. And, of course, T-Dubs. Is that it?
J-Dubs.
J-Dubs. I know it didn't sound right the second. I'm more of an El Jefe guy than the J-Dubs guy.
I think J-Dubs will grow on you. Literally.
Yeah, I know. I think so, too.
It was nice when we found out J-Dubs likes to mark his territory in different rooms.
Oh, God, please don't even bring that up. That's so disgusting.
866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number. Funny, I saw this in the paper today. Well, first of all, look at the picture that goes along with the story. It's President George W. Bush. Look at this picture of him.
That's too goofy.
Is this a Make-A-Wish kid whose wish was to be president? Because that's what it looks like we're doing. It looks like we're granting wishes to sick kids.
I think that if you have your picture taken all day, every time of the day, they're going to be able to find some goofy faces that you make.
That is an Alfred E. Newman look if I ever saw one.
What's he so happy about that?
I don't know, but I think you just said, where did they get a load of me? So the story is about President Bush and Vice President Cheney. They had to do their financial disclosures with the Office of Government Ethics. So part of that, of their annual disclosure, is the gifts they've accepted while in office. So now with Dick Cheney, a lot of his stuff is all about fishing. Some of the gifts on his list, you know, fly rods and reels, that sort of thing. Fly rods from Texas, from Wyoming, from Idaho.
He's that big of a fisherman?
Yeah, from his native Montana. There's a bronze sculpture of 2 trout from Oregon that he's keeping.
All right, so all the presents that these guys get, they don't keep them all.
No, a lot of them they don't keep. But I would say the most of them they don't keep.
Well, one of the things I know the president is keeping is $1 billion from Saudi Arabia, which he said I just couldn't turn down.
So some of the things on President Bush's list, let's see here. This is nice. He's accepted a boat and a boat dock from John L. Morris Bass Shops in Missouri. Oh, 8 Rolling Stones tickets for his daughter Jenna Bush, valued at $1,000. A $1,000 cowboy hat with a silver Lone Star on its band. And this is nice, a puzzle.
Why would he want to keep that?
It was from the White House staff, and it was a puzzle valued at $1,700.
Maybe we should be forced to do that. And every year, we have to say the tchotchkes we took home.
Just listing all the Oreos is going to be murder.
The DVDs, the CDs, Tulu Reed tickets.
The Buccaneer bath mat. All of it.
We ought to actually do that one year. Just keep a real long list of everything that was actually earmarked for the listeners that we ourselves kept. Because, damn, this looks cool.
And then just do an average retail price and see what it comes up to when you get down to the bottom of the menu.
I'm sure it's close to $100,000 every year. And just knickknacks.
Just whatnot's going out the door. So let's see. Some of the other things on President Bush's gift list. These are things he's going to keep.
First, Fezzy, let me go over my gift list. I got cigars. Oh, a half ounce from Epic Records.
Very nice.
2 grams from Capitol. Didn't play that record. To hell with that. Before they finally figured out this is a talk show. But I just was all, all knick-knacked up going, you don't know, we could actually go back and play music one day.
So everyone remembers, of course, the famous Richard Nixon checkers speech. That's when he was accused of taking stuff, keeping things, and he said the only gift he got was that spaniel.
Oh, I actually thought it was a board game. I thought that was the checkers speech.
No, it was a little dog named Checkers that his daughters fell in love with. So here's some of the things that President Bush has listed. Some of his favorite gifts, I guess, and he's just keeping these things. Now, it starts out with gum. Lots of gum. Apparently,
no way.
Yes, that's on President Bush's list. I think it's his favorite things.
I also got pop-up books.
He likes those. All right, now this seems odd. An autographed picture of the first President Bush. That's on his gift list. And we're not sure what it's valued at.
He calls him Dad Bush.
All right, a new bicycle helmet. Now I'm beginning to think this is his Christmas list. It's gifts he'd like.
You got a bottle of Cabo Wabo, baby!
Hooked on Phonics tape set. Let's see some of the other things here. Big boy underwear.
Oh, nice.
So that's on the president's gift list.
Bubble wrap that he can run through.
This just says bright, shiny things. So I don't know exactly. They may have to give out some more details. The box that Dick Cheney's gifts came in, apparently the president was playing in that.
Some of these I think you're making up.
No, ball of string. It's right there. It's on the president's gift list. Let's see. Fruit roll-ups he accepted. I don't know where they were from.
I think that was actually fruit pull-ups.
Oh, the big boy underwear. Here's something listed. It says puppy that he hugged too hard. So I don't know if they're still counting that or not.
Smothered it.
Yeah. Nightlight, pajamas with the feet in them, all on the list. A really, really big box of crayons. A pretend phone to Russia. Hungry, hungry hippos. All on the president's gift list. Those plastic ABC letters with the magnets on them that you can stick on the refrigerator door and spell stuff.
Remember, we'd always have stuff and make fun of Billy with it.
Yeah, we used to keep those letters. Let's see, $5 bill that he says he can spend on anything he wants. I don't know who gave him that.
I think that was probably from his granny. That's for you. That's for you.
He got one of those horses that you put a quarter in outside the supermarket.
Why did we ever even find those so much fun?
They're over so fast, and yet you had to have that quarter to get in those things.
And do you remember actually feeling happy?
No, because you were ready. You had your fantasy already as a kid.
Yeah.
What you were going to pretend when you got on that horse. You'd be riding like the wind, like Christopher Cross.
And you know the other funny thing about that little horse is that you would probably ride it a year too late. Where you're going, what am I doing? Now I feel like a D.
Then, even as a little kid, you realize, oh, wait a minute, everyone's just watching me rock back and forth. I really wish that it would stop. Make it stop now.
Can I get in the spaceship? Remember when after you got off the horse, you try to get in the spaceship? That goes up and down.
I like those, and I like those springy things, where you're like on a duck or something, and it's like a big giant coil underneath it.
We had those in my elementary school.
Those were cool.
They were very difficult to swing back and forth on, though.
Aren't they called teeter-totters?
No, a teeter-totter is a seesaw, right?
Yeah.
A teeter-totter is something that wasps call a seesaw.
Yeah.
What is the thing that spins around in the playground?
I would call that a merry-go-round.
See, I don't think that's the name. I know that some people call it a merry-go-round, but I don't think that's it when it's a playground toy.
Was it a tilt-a-whirl?
No, that's at the boardwalk. That's something Bruce Springsteen got his shirt caught, and he just couldn't get off. I kept on spinning, Sandy.
Quit offering suggestions.
All right, when I was in, I think, the 4th grade, we had all the boys were spinning on that kind of merry-go-round thing, and we were getting it going real fast, and the teacher came out and caught us chanting, and I want to try to make it acceptable for the radio purposes, but basically, Poonie is my habit, I've got to have it. And we
As you're spinning around.
And we're in the 4th grade, and we're just chanting it. We're all happy. And, next thing I know, the gym teacher is stopping this little tilt-a-whirl thing, and we all had to file into the gym.
That little flat merry-go-round, man, there was always a kid that was trying to get off of the thing while it was spinning, and someone was always getting their head busted open.
Yeah, remember, here's what would happen. Like, the older kids, like the 6th graders, would put a couple kindergarten kids on there and get that going until they cried.
I don't think it's the right name for it, but we used to call it the barfmobile, because that's what would happen.
All right, yeah, a lot of times you would nickname. But merry-go-round may be the right name. Although I consider a merry-go-round like at a fair.
Like an actual carousel.
Yeah, a carousel.
With horses and stuff.
And by the way, I never would use the word carousel for any...
It's always merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Carousel sounds like a lacy thing some woman in the 1800s should be wearing.
All right, and I think, did you have a big slide in yours?
Yeah, we always had a little slide and a big slide.
Right. Well, how thrilling it was when you actually went to that big slide. And ours, on one side of the slide, it was like broken, and it was just like jagged iron. So you had to slide down and kind of lean to the left so that you didn't hit that patch, and it would catch your pants every once in a while and rip your ass out.
That was the best thing about the playgrounds then, because everything was just raw iron. Cold, hard steel is what you were playing on.
It was all metal, yeah.
The merry-go-round. And I know now, they have these actual rubber surfaces that they put playgrounds on. Yeah, none of that. We were just eating dirt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hard dirt.
Why didn't you just give all the first graders brass knuckles and let them go out there and smash each other?
Now, what's the difference between a monkey bars and a jungle gym?
All right, here's the way I would take it. A monkey bar, I think it's like a ladder in the sky that you go across.
Oh,
a jungle gym, it's built more like a pyramid, and you can go up and down.
You climb it like a big cage.
Yeah, and you can have fun that way.
Okay.
Which, I always had a little bit of a height thing when I was a kid. And I would get up higher, which now in hindsight is like, 4 feet, and start to feel kind of shaky. And I knew, like, oh, man, this is effed up. Something bad could happen.
Being up that high on rusty metal. What could go wrong?
Here is Ed. Ed, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, talking about those metal slides used to go down?
Yeah.
Remember, like, in May, you'd have to go outside for recess again, you'd have shorts on, and it would burn the F out of the back of your legs. It would get
yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was literally like sliding down your mom's iron. It was that hot.
You could get some water from the water fountain, spit it over there, and see some steam coming off the damn thing.
All right, thanks, Eddie. 866-277-4969. I always remember this from our school playground. My big thrill, I always thought, because you would go up so far on the swing, my dream was to go all the way up and over the bar, and we would always shoot for that. But it seems like you would really get up that high, and it would just kind of fall backwards and snap your neck.
Then it's kind of a bungee cord deal.
Right.
And the chains would, like, buckle. It would just be like clink, and you just get shot right back.
What was nice with the chains is they were so damn rusted out that you'd get off the slide, and your hands would be all rust-colored. It's like the tetanus swings. Yay! Fun!
All right, this was the other big gimmick that me and my friends used to work. We would take the kickballs from the playground, right? We would kick them up on top of the school, so they would go up on the roof. Then we would come back after school about 5 o'clock, and this one kid, Anthony Verone, would climb up the rain spout, go up on the roof, and kick all the kickballs down to us, and we'd take them home.
Very nice gimmick you're running. I love it.
After that, if you'd like to buy a kickball, they come along pretty cheap, 40 cents. Here is Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Stevie.
Hey, Ron and Fez, how you guys doing tonight?
Hey, my brother.
Hey, do you remember on the swing set, they used to swing really high and then jump off and see how far you could go, see who gets the longest distance?
Oh, yeah, we did used to do that, and then you would be able to take your heel and mark that spot.
That's it.
Because we used to just jump into gravel.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why they would take that kind of gravel and put it on the playground and act like that was comfortable.
There'd be a nice worn-out pit right underneath the swing, though, from where you were kicking the dirt from underneath.
We actually used to do that all the time, except we had a nice, like, railroad ties all around like the actual swing sets. So one of our friends did that, and he got so far, he landed right on that railroad tie, broke his leg, and we couldn't go and jump off the swings anymore.
Yeah, right. They would always make that, there's an assembly where we stopped the swing leapers. But why? What kind of architect would think, all right, we'll put the swing set here, we'll surround it with big, thick railroad ties.
Perfect.
And then we'll throw gravel in the middle of that. Unless we can get a hold of broken bottles and glass. Because at our school, it seemed like the older kids would always be drinking wine there or something at night and then break bottles on the ground. So it would be a whole big deal. Watch out for the broken glass.
And as long as you were warned, that was fine.
Here is Rebecca. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
On the gang, baby.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi. I am in the worst traffic heading north on the BW Parkway. And you guys, I'm almost in tears. I'm laughing so hard. This is so funny. But you reminded me of the seesaws were made of wood, not that cold steel. And
oh, yeah.
Splinters all up your butt.
Yeah, and on your taint.
Oh, and
big jagged ones.
Big jagged ones.
And you know what? I remember being little and seeing a girl in a skirt and panties on a seesaw all the time. And that would just drive me wild. And I would be just hanging around the seesaw, smoking an imaginary cigarette.
And pull them off.
Yeah, and it would literally like be like a child.
Kid.
Well, it would be like a child's version of a topless bar. And the same thing with girls that would just climb on the jungle gyms. It was driving me crazy, little white panties.
Somebody would get off and let you go, and you'd go flying.
Oh, yeah.
The thing would come down and hit you, or hit you in the chin, and you'd bite your tongue.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, there was all kind of fun on the seesaw.
Yeah, that was a great way to break an ass bone, too, just dropping hard.
They would, when you were up at your very top peak, the other person would just jump off the damn thing. You would come down, your spine would jar into your jaw, up into your brain.
That was our version of the TV show Punk, where we would take our friends and drop them on their crotch and butt.
That was it.
All right, thank you very much, honey.
You guys are hilarious.
Yeah, we really are. All right, here is Liz. Liz, you're on the air.
Hey, Liz.
Hi, how are you?
On the gang.
Oops, I'm losing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
Okay. You were talking about slides before. Isn't like the biggest bummer? You climb up on the slide. It's the big slide. You're all ready for that big zoom, and you just like stick right there on the slide, and you don't go anywhere.
Yeah, slide. Sometimes you would slide for like a foot and then just stick there. Right? Yeah, and you would have to take your hands and feet and try to get it going. And I don't know whether that was from the older kids spunking on it or night or what happened.
Probably.
But you know what? If you take a big sheet of wax paper and sit on it and go down the slide, it makes it all, slick and slippery again.
Oh, yeah, my mom was going to let me go in the kitchen and waste kitchen goods.
We would actually take trays from the lunchroom and slide down on those things.
Really?
And you would take off.
Billy did that just a year ago.
That was something he made up when drunk.
Oh, that's right. That was a relapse.
I thank you very much, Liz. Here's Kyle. Kyle, you're on the air.
Kyle.
Hey. Yeah, in our junior high, we used to have the jungle gym, and we used to get the sixth graders and antagonize them to get up on the jungle gym. And then they end up taking it out because the kids used to step on their hands, and so many kids were getting busted up, falling, and getting stitches like in their chins and everything.
Literally, that whole idea of a playground is just asking for trouble.
It is. It might as well be the Roman Colosseum with all the different weapons you can use to do battle.
Speaking of which, if you saw a fight, did everybody scream fight and run from everywhere in the playground?
Yep.
That's the one thing I miss as an adult, that you can't yell fight and run directly at the fight.
And then just surround it.
Yeah.
And hope. Here's the thing. You want to chant fight, fight, fight as loud as you can, but you don't want a teacher to hear it.
I couldn't control it. There is no way I can control not yelling fight, fight, fight. But the joy that I would feel of a fight, I don't get that kind of happiness as an adult as seeing two other children punching themselves.
That's why you live for moments like an argument in a restaurant or on a street corner or something.
If I'm driving down the car and down the street now, and I see two kids having a fight, I'll scream fight and pull over. I'll be so excited still.
866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number.
Jason, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Ron and Fez?
Buddy.
How you doing? Listen, a couple things. Number one, I grew up in D.C., so I went to D.C. public schools, so we didn't get sand or gravel. We just got straight asphalt on our playground.
That's always fun.
And also, on that giant slide, we had one that had to be like 2 stories high, but we used to do something where the object was to leave somebody at the bottom. They sit at the bottom of the slide, and everyone just slide into the back of them, basically try to break the nads in two before they actually grew.
I remember when they would just have that. It would just be straight asphalt, and it was a Catholic school near my house, and then there was like a wall up and a fence, and if you look at it now, it might as well be odds. The kids are literally being dropped in the yard, and they're all but shanking each other.
It's hell in a cell, Ronnie.
Yeah. And remember how effing nuts you would come flying out of your classroom because a bell rang?
Oh, yeah, and if you had a favorite thing, like you wanted to be on the big slide, you would charge towards your favorite immediately and hope that no one else was going to get there.
It was like the opening minutes of Disney World, where you just go tearing through trying to get to Space Mountain.
There'd always be a kid who'd head for the slide, and then there'd be big kids there, and then you get for a merry-go-round, someone's already spinning on it, and you end up in the effing sandbox because all the good things are taken.
What kind of sense does it have having a 6th grader next to a 1st grader? Literally, it's like having carps and minnows. You know they're going to start eating them in no time at all.
With the jungle gym where it's like a big cage, the older kids used to keep us in there, and we couldn't get out. Like it was a jail pretty much.
Right,
it was horrible. It was completely traumatic.
Yeah, occasionally they would say we're out after the 1st graders. And it's so much fun unless you happen to be a first grader.
That's when it starts to suck.
Then you just want to hang around the door of the school. Near the recess lady. Did you have recess ladies? They would just like moms?
Yeah.
That would come in and just work recess? What is it, Billy? You were a recess lady?
Mumsy do?
No, they used to wave your hand when the time was up.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You had to look. But do you remember when in swings also? Because I never went on the seesaw because I would always be on the bottom.
Yeah.
There would be no one to go on with.
No one could saw your C.
No.
Oh.
Did you ever do this on the swings, though? Like, you'd spin them all around as high as the chain would go, and then you'd let go, and you'd like...
Oh, yeah, like a curly bird. Or you would do this with the swing. You would just take it yourself and start to whip the swing over without being on it. And wrapped all over the top. And then wrapped it up for everybody.
And then the poor kid coming after you is just, like, looking up at the swing. Did you ever play, like, War 2, go, like, sideways with the swings? Where you would, like, bang into each other?
Oh, like bumper swing? Sure.
Yeah, that was verboten by the recess ladies.
Well,
they'd go insane if they saw any swing contact.
If you would do that thing where you spun yourself around and tighten up the chains, tighten them together.
As far as it would go, yeah.
Exactly. There would always be that time where you pinched, like, the part of your palm in between the chains.
I forgot about a swing pinch.
Oh, a swing pinch would kill you.
Also, remember this as a kid, for some reason, it never happens to adults, kids are always bashing their teeth. Your front teeth would get slammed all the time, and it was just the worst effing pain.
Someone was always taking one in the mouth.
Yeah.
I got one last question about the swings.
I didn't know you had any. This is your first question.
Yes, Billy Staples from the Retard Gazette. Yes, your question about swings.
Yes, thank you for taking my question. On the slides, they always had the name in the steps. Did you notice it?
What was it?
I don't know. Was it like well built or something like that?
Oh, you mean it was like the make?
The name brand of the swing or the slide.
It was like all metal and well built was actually built right in.
That's right.
It wasn't stamped in like a little circle, like a little oval.
Yeah. Right. And there was like holes in the step, but that was like the openings. They would.
You know what? This is the weirdest thing. I would have never thought of that in a million years. And when you were saying it, I literally pictured it.
You could see it.
Because you would hang around that and just start looking at it.
Sure, you're in line for an hour waiting for your turn to slide.
And you'd have to walk up and you're like watching your feet like, well done.
The cool thing was always trying to run up the slide the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, you never make it.
See if you can make it up to the top.
What do you need a kid throwing rocks up it?
We would throw sand.
Here is Jason. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Billy's a douche, man.
Yeah, he is.
Put him on the phone like half an hour ago. I've been waiting while he's been hanging in the studio talking crap.
Oh, yeah, all right. So he's taking your slot. I understand.
You suck, Billy. You guys rule, man.
That was it, Jason? That was your whole point? Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for the call.
He really is bad, but he's literally the best phone guy we have.
He's very, very good on the phones.
Here is JR. You're on the air, buddy.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Buddy.
The most brutal sport, where I grew up, the most brutal sport on the playground was something called wall dodgeball. Did anybody ever play that? It's where you line up against a brick wall and someone just wings a ball at you hard as possible and you got to try to catch it.
I think we used to call that war.
I think we called it wall ball.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, there was always one big sixth grader that his object was to catch you right in the chin so that the back of your head would crack the wall real hard.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, and have they stopped a lot of those kind of games that they used to have set up? I know you can't play dodgeball like you used to.
Yeah, they're taking all that crap out of there, all the fun stuff.
At my school, we used to play it with...
Is this in Armenia?
No.
Rock ball?
In my school, we had no food or books.
In my school, you used to do it with like a little like paddle ball, and then you'd throw it against the wall, and if you didn't like hit it a certain way, if it bounced before it hit the wall, then you'd have to run and touch the wall before someone pegged you.
You know what that was? That was your uncle's crank. You're just remembering it that way. That's what he used to do.
That was your family trying to get over the Berlin Wall.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, what's going on? You know the best playground trick was those bridges. You know, they're like the wavy bridges, and you get some kid coming out on the inside, and you jump and send them a shockwave.
I never had one of those. I mean, to me, it sounds like you went to school at Universal Studios.
Yep.
We never had a wavy bridge.
They were great because they were made out of wood. They were really cheesy. Like, they were horrible little bridges. And
right, and they're on this they're on the chain.
Right, and they're on the
You know,
chains, yeah, exactly. And it was always, whenever there was a girl on the other side of the bridge, you just jump on it and she'd go flying and just fall on their face.
Why are you still so happy about it?
That was fun.
A person was hurt. Don, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Don.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Hey, man.
I was always wondering, with all the money they spent on playgrounds in the summertime, I don't think anything beat the fun you had when the fire department came around and opened up the fire hydrants.
Oh, that was the best in the world.
Ours would be, he was just called the water guy. And he was in like a little yellow truck. And he would open that thing up, and we would come flying out of our houses to get in that. I would knock you on your ass.
All over to get in the water.
Yeah.
We would have the fire department come out and turn the hoses on us.
Really?
Yeah, because we were trying to get...
looting?
No, it wasn't looting. A lot of times they'd sick the dogs on us, too. All we wanted to do was go to school.
Keep up the good luck, guys.
Yeah. See you later, buddy. Here is Rochi. Rochi, you're on the air.
Rochi?
Buddy!
Hey, my buddy.
Buddy.
What's up, buddy? Hey, don't you guys remember the parachute game?
That we would actually have a parachute?
Yeah, the big giant parachute, and you take you inside the cafeteria.
Yeah.
They lift up the air, and everybody has to run underneath.
Yeah, we had one of those. The gym teacher used to bring it in, and you'd either put a kid in the middle, or as you were lifting it up and the air would catch underneath us, some of the smaller kids would be pulled up in the air.
Right. Those things were
Exactly.
great.
And then you trip everybody. You try and trip your buddy.
Did you ever have this, like, in your gym class, those little dollies that were like, they were just a little wooden square, and they would have wheels on them, and you would have to sit on them and play games? We had those in our school, and we would have to kick a big, giant ball with them.
Wasn't that crab soccer?
Yeah, but it was having, like, this little wheelie thing under your ass. You wouldn't be down on all fours.
Oh, I remember that. Okay.
I think we called them dollies, but I'm not really sure.
They were kind of like where mechanics go slide under a car.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I always thought that was crab soccer, but now you say the crab soccer actually was when you were on all.
Yeah, I thought crab soccer was on all fours, but did you have those little things?
Oh yeah, definitely. We used them, but
did they have a name? I was so excited when we could have those things.
I think we
anything new and different.
I think we called them dollies also. Now that I think
anything that had wheels was just so exciting to me.
You know what we used to get on our playground? They would put in a couple of great big giant sewage drainage pipes, big concrete things, cement things, and you could actually crawl inside them like tunnels.
Yeah.
They would put a couple of those, just kind of bury them a little ways into the dirt out there, and you could crawl on them and through them.
There was a bunch of those near the woods near my house that I guess a construction crew had left behind all these big pipes, right? And then, of course, we called that area the Pipes.
Oh.
I'll see you down the Pipes. And it almost like it had a name, like it was a park. Oh, I'll see you at the Pipes. and the thrill of being on the Pipes. Here's our buddy Zardoz. Zardoz, you're on the air.
Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Zardoz.
You recall the tether balls where your opponent, you either try to get him in the face or get it to make full circle and whack him in the back of the head?
Fez is a huge tetherball fan.
I am a huge aficionado of the tether.
And then also, these guys who used to hawk Lugers into the hurricane fencing, so when you're watching baseball or whatever, you reach and put your fingers in through it or press your nose against it and get it all over your face or your hands.
That's right. They would do that near the Little League dugout.
Right.
People would hocker all over it. So when you put your face up against the fence to look, you'd have spit all over you.
So gross. Kids are disgusting.
My favorite thing, actually, out of all the playground things, was the rings. It was kind of like the jungle gym type thing, but it was the rings. And you would just go across with the rings, and someone would come follow you, and they'd lock their legs on you and try to yank you down. It was kind of like a war type thing.
Where did you go to school? American Gladiator? Elementary school?
That's pretty much what it was, but it was with the rings and stuff, and you just...
Who are you, Mitch Gaylord?
Do you remember, like, when you would be in school, and occasionally they would break out the gymnastic stuff? Like, you could do it?
Oh, yeah.
And they would try to see who could do an iron cross, and you're like, no one.
They bring out the horse, the vault, everything.
Yeah. And you're like, why am I going to try this when we have basketball hoops right there, and we could literally be playing a game we all enjoy?
They would have that little wooden bouncy thing where you hit it, and then you go running up, you bounce off it, and you try to go over the horse.
Yeah.
And it's like you would instantly try that. You'd seen it on TV. They wouldn't show you how to do it. They told you how to do it, and they would just expect you to make it over this thing.
See, I had a gym teacher who could actually do it.
Really?
And he would go in there and start working out, and we like, cool. And then no one else could have, you couldn't lift yourself over that horse with your arms.
We had
were you, wheelchairs? We're not that kind of upper body strength.
We had Coach Ford. He had a cane in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
Did he really smoke in front of you?
You would see him around. If he gave you the activity, he'd be standing in the background smoking, just off to the side.
He's crazy.
It really, really was.
Our gym teacher was always drunk. I mean, every single day he was wasted. He had like a bottle of whiskey in his office, and you could see him swigging it all the time.
Wouldn't you be if you had to watch kids all day?
Oh yeah, he was nasty too. He was like an angry drunk.
I'd have a spike in my arm.
866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number.
Let's come right back and give out a pair of tickets tonight, Fezzy. 866-277-4969. It's the Ron and Fez Show.